All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sound Advice Podcast. I'm your host, Jake. Joining me is the other host,
Alex. What's up?
And we have two guests with us today.
I'm David.
And I'm Nick.
Tell us a little bit about yourselves, boys.
Well, I'm lactose tolerant.
Tell us something cool about yourselves, boys.
I have over 10 Fortnite victories.
That's pretty cool.
Like solo.
Solo.
Oh,
and then like 50 total.
All right. Well, I'm
That's
not
impressive.
that cool, but I'm a wildlife biology and conservation major.
Wow.
What were you originally before you lost all your scholarship money?
Computer
The
science.
classes were too hard.
The classes were not too hard. I was completing them hard.
I remember
but
you
it had
saying
no
the classes were
interest.
hard
I
and
had
you
no
didn't know what
interest
to
in
do.
doing it.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing something that you like now.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I went for passion over money this
So you're gonna be like a park ranger?
bro. That's the goal.
That's actually tight as shit. So
Yeah,
I'll give you
respect
that.
for that, for sure. All right, so here at the podcast, it's just kind of like a conversation. I think I was telling you that, but you guys came prepared. I see you guys brought your own computers, your
Of
own
course.
laptops.
Yeah, you got laptops.
And-
It's more than we ever do.
Yeah, we never bring our laptops.
Well, we're not professionals.
Yeah,
So like
we're not
we
pro-
just
yeah,
thought we'd.
We thought
No,
you had
yeah,
to
that's
pros.
actually more professional than us, is what we're
Alright,
saying.
well,
Yeah.
Oh
You guys
shit!
are doing
Hey,
better.
let's go.
I think Joe Rogan has like a laptop in front of him all the time.
Joe Rogan's
so-
got like a laptop
He's
and a
probably-
Dude,
screen.
we're on our way
Yeah.
to smoking weed with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
No, we don't smoke pot on the podcast.
Oh, damn it.
I thought it was called podcast.
That's coming later.
Podcast.
A
Wait.
podcast. That's actually a
Podcast.
great name.
Oh my god. So
Can we do that sometime?
No.
No, it's
I'm not gonna
illegal.
say that on air. but-
There goes my chances of being president.
yeah, there you go.
Gosh, damn it.
So I guess we'll start. Like, why are you guys on the podcast? Why did I ask you? What? How did this come to be? How did we
You
meet
told us about the podcast. Me and Nick were previously thinking about starting our own.
Okay.
So when you told us, we're like, oh, I mean, that'd be kind of cool to be a guest on it, see how it works out, and maybe we'll make our own.
Get some experience.
Yeah, learn a lot about it with all the equipment.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, have you learned anything so far?
Well, I learned you're not really good at the technical stuff.
Okay. Fuck.
But,
No, fuck you.
We're just having a bad technical
It's a bad
day.
day. Usually it works. Usually I get my boy Godfrey. Shout out Godfrey, the IT guy who comes in and fixes all of this. It used to be worse. It used to be like a buzzing sound constantly in the headphones. That's what sucked. But yeah, I mean, honestly, go for it. Start your own. What do you guys think about doing a podcast on sports?
I mean, I hope that we do like
Maybe like college,
anything.
college
Yeah,
life,
anything,
sports,
college life, sports.
anything that.
Wow.
Comedy.
How original.
I mean,
Well-
well, with our personalities and our funny quirks,
Ah.
as an unfunny person would say, I think it would be good.
I think it would be good.
I think it would be better if Matt was in it, but
Rest
Wait,
in
who's
peace,
Matt?
rest in
Rip
peace,
Matt.
Who's Matt? You want to tell the story about Matt?
I don't want that.
No.
Nah,
don't
I'm
want
not
that
gonna.
Brian
I'm not
Price,
gonna
yeah.
say that.
You're just gonna.
All I'm gonna say is he's no
All-
longer with us here at OU.
Yeah, he did
He's
die.
not- he's not
He
dead.
did
He's
die.
not dead.
But
no, he just doesn't go to.
his time at
who-
OU,
OU
was
anymore.
cut short.
Who was Matt?
He was our roommate, my high school friend. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us at OU. Not dead,
No, but he seems
but
to
he's
be
still
having,
alive in our hearts.
He
He's
seems
not
to be
dead,
having
audience.
a good time though over at Tri-C.
I mean, yeah, he's doing.
He's
all
been
right at
calling us a
Tri-C.
lot
Yeah,
lately,
he
like
keeps
late
calling
night,
us.
and he kind of keeps like dogging OU, like ever
Yeah,
since
that
he
kind of
yeah
upsets
like
me, I'll
ever
be
since
honest.
he's like yo like community college is lit.
I think he's just.
I think he's just kind of like realizing maybe he's like shit I fucked up bad.
I think he's just trying to get under our skins a little bit.
Yeah,
saying
well
OU's
definitely under
trash.
your skin because he
Yeah.
always is trying to get under your skin.
So I
It
mean,
works
yeah,
most of the
but
time.
rest in peace, Matt. We'll never forget
We
you.
still love you
Maybe he'll come
Yeah, I
and
don't know if
visit
I'm
us,
breaking
but
this or not. I think I'm breaking
unless he could
this.
stand up to his parents.
unless he can stand up to his parents. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We can't really talk much about it. Obviously, I don't think Matt would want us to, so we're gonna leave that out. But yeah, rest in peace, Matt. But yeah, so how did you guys come to meet Alex, and how did you guys come to meet me? Why are you here right now? Let's keep diving deeper.
Well, Alex is me and Nick's roommate, or Nick and I's
Neighbor.
dorm neighbor.
Yeah.
And I happen to be dating Jake's cousin, Angela. Shout out to Angela.
Shout out Angelo. You're probably gonna
Let's go
listen to this
Booch.
podcast. You're probably the only one that's gonna be listening to this podcast.
And I mean, yeah, and then we were talking to me about the one day. I don't know. You might have been in the room.
Maybe.
And so then me and Nick and Matt at the time were like, "Oh, could we be a guest?" And then
I completely forgot about that.
I forgot that it was today. So I was doing my homework, and Nick was like, "Are you still going?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go."
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, thank God you're in.
I was excited to come down. I'd been reading for like
I was
2
excited
hours
last
of
night.
political science shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait till this is over,
I
and
bet
I
this
can
is a
like
good
head up the
shake-up.
scoot over.
Yeah, you can put
Speaking
on.
of political science, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but 6ix9ine's attorney got suspended from court.
Oh, why is
Conflict
that?
of
Wait, what
interest.
happened?
Conflict of interest. Apparently he I don't know. He was commenting on someone else's case about 6ix9ine that they're fighting against 6ix9ine. There's a conflict of interest now, so he's suspended until further notice. But since you brought up politics, I just wanted to throw that.
So is 6ix9ine going to need a new attorney, or
He might.
are you willing to help him out since you're taking the class?
Absolutely. If 6ix9ine, you need a lawyer. I'm not pre-law or anything like that.
You're
but
pre-law.
I will do my best.
Something tells me that's not gonna help.
I
him.
support that just so he gets locked up for a longer
well,
time.
well, come on. I think David would do a great
I'm hoping
job.
for a
Thank
life
you,
sentence.
No,
right now.
David would for sure give it his all. It's just 6ix9ine's too fucked in the
Yeah.
eyes of the government that you could do nothing pretty much.
Maybe we can get. Oh no, he's not a student. Never mind.
I'm like,
I was gonna
Your
say we
Honor,
could do
have
students
you
defending
heard his
students.
views?
Oh
but never mind.
yeah. Nah, that'd be funny. Just imagine him reading off all the charges, like a prosecutor, and now you're like, "Yo, dude, you're fucked. I don't think I can help you with this. I thought it was just one thing."
Here's my last ditch effort. Your Honor, the defendant is guilty as charged.
6ix9ine's,
Sorry,
hey, yo,
man.
what the fuck, dude? You said you were gonna help me.
Yo, but facts, you'd probably get a dope ass diss tape on you if you fucking did that. So
Your
that's
name would
alright.
be out
Stupid.
there.
Skull Gang would be out for me.
Yeah. You'd have a hit. So, did you guys bring anything that you want to talk about? I mean, there's got to be something on those laptops.
Nick, you want to start off our first story?
Yeah, so myself and Jake, I know, are big Browns fans. And just earlier this morning, there was a whole leak about Hugh Jackson in the story about him being fired. And pretty much it's about Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Cleveland Browns, coming into Hugh Jackson's office, letting him know he's being fired. And Hugh Jackson replied with, "Get the fuck out of my office."
So, first, I want to talk about do we all agree on the firing of Hugh Jackson? Does anybody here like Hugh Jackson?
At first, when they first hired him, or when they first fired him, I said, I was like, that's a bad move. We're only a few games in the season. We're not gonna we're not a playoff team this year.
Yeah.
But after seeing the improvements we've made with Greg Williams, Freddie Kitchens, I could tell it was definitely the right move.
Okay.
And just
sure.
the amount of teammates who have talked negatively about him and giving up on him.
Yeah. David, I'm assuming you're a fan of him.
When we first hired him, a couple seasons ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but I was a fan of him. But at the time they fired him, I was not torn whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as big of a Browns fan as Nick, but I definitely am a fan. I don't know all the inside scoop, but
it was a smart sign at first. He had a lot of
he had
a lot of
towards the-
experience, but what is a 3-36-1 record with the Browns?
Yeah, that's not a good
totally.
record.
Coming
totally not
from especially last
appropriate.
season, where they didn't win any games.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he should have been
entirely-
fired after that season.
Yeah.
Before mid-season this season.
Yeah.
Personally,
No, absolutely. I agree. I think that I'm agree with both of your guys' points. Alex, do you know anything about the Cleveland Browns?
No.
You're from Columbus. You're a Buckeyes fan.
No. I fucking hate the Buckeyes.
What? Wait, who do you support?
I support anyone but the Buckeyes
Why do you not
CSU.
like the Buckeyes?
because the fans are fucking annoying and they
Well,
ruin
that's
it.
All right, I agree with Alex
Okay, that's
on this
all
one.
big school fans though. Think about Alabama. Their fan base is probably the most toxic. They got a lot. Of,
I don't think
they
that
got a lot
theirs,
of root
theirs
about
is
it.
not the most toxic. I think Ohio State's is the most toxic. Maybe it's just because it's where I'm from,
yeah.
but they're the absolute worst. They cannot take a loss or anything without just
Oh, they
being
cry,
huge
dude.
children.
Yeah.
And it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And then I don't really support the Buckeyes because I go to already the best school on earth.
True that.
Which
OU.
is Ohio University.
Yeah, of course.
What do you
Yeah,
think
not
about it?
Oklahoma. As most people.
So
probably
I
think.
will not support the Buckeyes because I support
You support the Bobcats.
Well, I think you could support the Buckeyes, but if they were to ever play against each other, you gotta root for OU, which makes sense. But if Ohio State's in a bowl game, I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna root for them every game they play.
All right.
Well,
That's just me. I'm
No,
sorry. I
no,
grew up
for
a
sure.
Buckeyes fan.
I mean, I think if you want to be a backstabber like that, that's totally cool.
I'm not dogging OU, bro.
I think you're dogging on.
I've been a Buckeyes fan for like 18 years now.
Is OSU taking care of you right now?
No, and that's why I'll forever be an OU fan over OSU. But I'm still a fan of Ohio State.
So you're getting cucked.
I guess. I don't know.
No, that's fine. You can like.
My
whatever
emotions
team you
are
want.
mixed up because Urban Meyer left us.
Yeah. So now I want to ask you another question. Since you seem to be pretty intelligent, pretty knowledgeable about the Browns, what do you think about Jimmy Haslam?
Jimmy Haslam, he's finally like done something right. After like all the years of like draft picks and like trading the draft picks and drafting all the wrong players, we finally have like the draft picks and players we need.
Would you blame him for the Browns being so bad for the past decade?
Absolutely. I mean, every single like coaching staff we had's been replaced after a year or less, or maybe a little more. But he's the only one who's really staying there, besides some key players. But I mean, you know, you got to give him credit when credit's due.
What about all that controversy? Didn't like the feds like rate his like Air Force company or something?
I haven't really like looked into that. I don't know much about it, but
So
as long as it doesn't deal with the NFL, then
and the NFL
it doesn't bother me.
Okay, that's a fair argument you can make. Okay, so are you optimistic then? Super Bowl next year?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You've heard it here first. What do you think, Alex?
I don't know. I really have no fucking clue.
That's fair.
I think definitely playoffs next year.
Playoffs for sure.
If they don't, I'll be heartbroken. But I'm gonna say definitely playoffs. Super Bowl maybe in the next 5 years.
All I'm saying is if the Browns, or when the Browns go to the playoffs this upcoming season, we all got to go to a Browns game. Like a
for sure.
playoff game.
For
At least
sure.
a playoff. At least like
Yeah.
a season game.
Dude,
like
I
a
wanted to
regular
go to the
season.
Cincinnati game. That would have been so much fun.
The one that was like the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, dude. That
They
would've
were
been
they
awesome.
sold out fast
They
because
did.
remember Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
made
he was
this
like, I
comment.
want everybody
Yeah,
to be
he was
there.
like,
I'm throwing a big banger. You're all invited.
Hey, we kicked ass. That was awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great to go to either Bengals game because he was just MFing Hugh the whole time. It was fun. So let's just get down to the business on why we're all here. I'm gathering like a chart, a tally, on what the best bar is. I need your guys' opinion.
Well, I mean, as a freshman,
It's Red Brick, right?
As a
Nah,
fresh,
as a freshman, I've only
like
been-
you gotta say like you don't have to say it, but like you know what I mean. Like when people say Red Brick, they say like that's the freshman bar.
But
you
I
know, like
don't
it has a
think-
special place in our
I
hearts
mean,
because that was
yeah.
the first bar we went to.
But I haven't been to Red Brick in. I don't think the last time I went to Red Brick was like before Halloween.
Really?
So I mean, besides running in really quick to grab
Yeah,
a trash
yeah.
can.
Of course.
Wait, what about Dad's Week? Was
Oh
that
yeah,
after
no.
Halloween?
Dad's Week was the last time I went to
I went there
Red Brick.
the Friday night before like you came back.
Okay. My favorite bar so far, I'd probably say Bronies.
Bronies is nice.
It's nice, laid back. It's not like a clusterfuck like Crystal, Red Brick, and CIR.
Yeah. So you're already done with the hype college life. You're ready for the chill, like laid back.
I
college
think
life.
if there was a club at OU, I would definitely go to the club.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say Crystal, Red Brick, and CIR are hype. It's just a bunch of sweaty kids
Yeah.
smashing into me. And, you know, call me crazy, but that's not really my
That's not your
idea of
thing.
enjoyment
Yeah.
or fun.
So now I'm curious. What's yours, Nick?
My favorite's got to be Stevens at number 1 and Bronies at number 2.
Stevens is definitely a solid number 2 for me.
I just like the only like problem I really have with it is like certain. I just remember like the one night we went out, like we're chilling like the outdoor patio, which is probably like the best thing. It's just like nice and cool out there. There weren't that many people. The only thing is though, you got to make your way all the basement to like if you need to use a restroom. And then the next thing I know, I was down there for like 2 minutes and it's just jam packed, and it took me maybe 20 minutes to get back to like the patio.
Yeah.
But besides that,
But besides that, it's
can't
it's
really
a good place.
complain.
Is it like laid back? Is it chill there too? Or is
The basement's more of like it's like more like dancing,
That's
like
the rave?
Yeah, but like
Okay.
upstairs is more like talking, social, like and, like getting the drinks.
Okay, that's cool. That actually sounds like a nice little environment. I definitely want to go there when it's warmer.
I'll definitely take you there sometime.
Oh,
Just of a word on the books, we do not underage drink or condone underage drinking by any means.
No, of course.
No.
It's during the day before the bouncers show up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we just
but
go
then
in.
when but
It's
some
like
food.
It's like HGTV. You know, you go in, you're like, this is a really nice bar, and like look at like
yeah,
the
we
wall,
the decor,
the decor.
what they have and they don't have. Like,
Are the people nice? Do they treat me nice? I look at the Yelp reviews, honestly.
Yeah.
So.
I'm actually a Yelper myself.
Oh, perfect. So would you?
Out of 10, I'd give it like a 8.5.
8.5. That's pretty good. So what is a 10?
A 10 is a bar that when there's a lot of people, it still doesn't feel like you can't move.
Okay.
Or you can get service within, if there's like jam packed, you can still get it within a reasonable time. Or a bar that you won't catch people fucking in.
I feel like sometimes that's some of the fun though. Like,
I agree with Jake on this one. I think that would be really fun.
That'd be a fun time, but all I'm saying is if you,
and I would definitely record that.
Yes.
I'm glad that the one OU Barstool did because that was pretty funny to watch. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm trying to take a piss right now. It's a little preoccupied. I guess I won't.
So Alex, what about you? You haven't really been going too much as compared to.
I would say Stevens probably from the ones that I've been
Smart
to.
choice.
Okay.
Yes, Stevens is a good time.
Would you agree with Nick's, explanation of it and how it works?
I actually didn't go into the basement. I just stayed on the top floor. It was too packed.
Yeah.
You go to the patio?
When I went, yeah.
Patio's nice.
That was nice. It was real chill out there.
Is that the only bar out here with a patio?
Brody has a patio.
Oh, it does? Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to be honest, I've only ever been to Red Brick, Crystal, and CI. So I don't know all these other ones.
Come on, dude.
But hey,
come out with us
You
sometime.
should definitely
I
go
will.
to Skull next.
Skull.
Yeah, go to Skull.
All right.
Matt went there.
Skull's
He loved it.
Skull's a solid choice.
Dude, honestly, like, I'm scared of going to CI now. I think it's cursed ever since like Matt went there. And
Is it?
Was it Crystal?
I don't know. I didn't go out.
Dude,
I gotta figure that.
I had a final.
I think they went
next
to a
day,
couple. I think they went to a couple
Dude,
places.
that's right. It was finals week, wasn't it?
It was the week before.
That's right,
But
yeah.
I had my art final moved up,
Mm-hmm.
so like I wanted to go out with him, but I'm like, bro, I got a final tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess study, and then
We're gonna get like so many different like pieces of information that everyone's gonna be able to piece it together by the
he
end.
went
of
out,
what
and that's all I'm gonna say.
happened.
Yeah, and he didn't come back.
He didn't make it.
And
back.
he didn't make it.
Well, he made it back.
He never made it
But
back.
not to our
Crawford,
room.
our room.
Yeah. And there you
All
go.
right.
So I'm curious, what is your guys' favorite sticker on your laptop?
My favorite sticker on my laptop is probably the one that has an ass in a bikini and says "Dad ass."
My favorite's the Marlboro one on David's computer.
I
It's a
just like your
classic
little
brand.
brother.
And
His
I
school
got my
picture.
little brother on there.
Who literally just looks like a picture of you,
Yeah.
probably in elementary school.
Looks like a picture of me with my hair short.
Is Ange on your computer?
That is Ange.
And she's not even your favorite sticker?
I kind of like the George Bush one.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I do.
And-
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm gonna go with George Bush is my second
George
favorite. And a good third favorite, I go with the World Wildlife Fund Panda.
So where's Ange? She's number 4 or 5.
How many stickers do I have?
Ugh.
Too damn
At
many.
least, like,
I mean, you're
15,
covering some
20.
of them up with other stickers.
I'd say if she's lucky, maybe second.
Wait,
If she's
Second?
lucky,
I just don't want to get in trouble.
shout out Ange.
I think you're already in trouble.
So what about you, Nick?
Let's see. My favorite sticker is probably my Supreme sticker because I got it on.
real.
It's real.
It is, bro. All right, a middle schooler. I was on the high school parking lot, and some kid was like, "Hey, do you want a Supreme sticker?" I'm like, "All right, bet." He gave it to me, and I put it on.
That's
then-
dope. Yeah.
And then let's see. I like Cleveland before it was cool, because Cleveland is on the rebound. Believe it or not, with sports, even though the Cavs are ass right now. And then number 3, probably just a Marvel sticker, because I'm a big Marvel guy.
What's your favorite Marvel film?
Infinity War, easily.
It's a good pick. It's tradition to always bring a Marvel every podcast. So.
Yeah, are you telling me that Black Panther isn't your favorite?
Dude, you're a racist.
Are you,
Bro,
are you
all right,
racist because you
time out.
didn't think Black Panther was the best Marvel
Dude, it's gonna
movie?
win an Oscar. Okay.
No, I'm
I mean, it will.
very much out of the majority of people here. I actually cannot stand superhero movies.
Oh,
why,
really?
Why is that, David?
I
You-
just
you,
have
you're
never-
too smart for him.
No, I've never been able to get into them. It's just not one of my interests. I mean, I'll watch them if they're on. It's not like I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that
You just
if
don't
I,
like 'em?
I mean, yeah, I just don't like them. I
David,
mean,
Wait, have you seen
you
Into the
heard-
Spider-Verse?
You heard
Huh?
it here
Have you
first.
seen Into the
David
Spider-Verse?
had
No.
superhero
That's a movie
fatigue.
you need to
It's
see.
so
'cause, like,
before it was
I'm not a
cool
big fan of
for
like
everyone else.
animation superhero movies, but I absolutely love that movie.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse is dope.
Yeah.
all right, I'll
The
check- I'll
animation.
check it out.
You're
I'll
gonna
watch.
hate
I'll
it.
definitely watch that.
You're
again.
gonna hate it,
I'm,
David.
I'm just not a big fan. It's not like I hate them. I mean,
Yeah, well, okay,
and
you'll
the
be
ones I
apathetic.
watch, you know, and like Infinity War, I thought that was a good movie. I thought Doctor Strange was a good movie.
Doctor Strange.
You're
is
just
awesome.
you're catching all the highlights, so
Yeah, yeah.
But,
that's
If
good. As long as
if
you
those
keep
are
catching
ones-
those,
yeah.
you're
if
fine.
those are ones you like, then the other ones you're gonna like fucking
Yeah.
hate. So,
You're gonna
but-
be like, wow, these are dog shit.
yeah, like wow, you people actually.
And
like
okay,
these?
there's one thing I do love the original Spider-Man movies.
Those are awesome with,
With
Tobey
Sam,
Maguire.
with Sam Raimi and shit like that. and
Yeah,
Tobey
dude. Those
Tobey
are the
Maguire.
best.
Those are so
They don't-
Because
stupid,
I
but
grew up
love
watching
them.
those.
I love them because
Yeah,
they're
I
so,
love them so
stupid.
much. I
Agree
remember
with
going
Alex
to the
on that
theaters.
one.
They're so corny, dude. When's the last time you watched the first one, like the original first
I
one?
think
Like, when
maybe
it
I
first
was
came
7
out.
years old.
Yeah, that.
However long ago that was.
Dude, the guy who plays the Green Goblin, Willem
Oh,
Dafoe,
Willem
is so
Dafoe.
weird in that movie. He's
Oh,
literally
I
like
know
a
what-
goblin.
He's in John Wick too. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, he is. I can't believe you saw John Wick.
Dude, John
fuck?
Wick's like one of my favorite movies.
John Wick 1 and 2, they're both awesome.
The third one's gonna be insane.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Nick, have you seen John Wick?
I have not seen.
We're
John
seeing
Wick.
John Wick tonight.
You should watch
Alright,
John
tonight.
Wick.
Shout out to John Wick.
Shout out John Wick. Keanu Reeves is sexy, isn't he? Is he
He
the
is
sexiest
sexy. He
motherfucker?
is
Yeah, I
sexy.
wish he would just like make like a full comeback
I wish he
instead
would
of like
just-
John Wick.
Yes.
I wish you would just start making out with me.
Shout out Ange.
Shout out Ange.
But no, we're watching John Wick and John Wick 2. We're gonna like go through both
Those
of
are
those.
great.
All right.
Those are great movies. The action in it alone, just fucking phenomenal.
All right. Going back to Marvel for a quick second. Can we go around the table and just say our favorite hero?
Okay.
Jake, why don't you start?
Shit, putting me on the spot. I'd say my favorite hero in all of Marvel or in general, just any superhero.
It doesn't really matter.
I'd say Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
All right.
Because that first scene in X-Men 2 was so dope that I watched that scene over and over and over again as a kid, and I was like, this is the fucking coolest shit ever. And I wanted to paint myself blue one day, so I
What?
did this Halloween. I'm just kidding.
Wait, what were you for Halloween?
I was the Brockhampton guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
My favorite superhero is a tie between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. I can't decide.
Spider-Man's such a good hero.
Yeah, Spider-Man's a
choices.
classic.
Like, people like David could relate to him because of how nerdy he is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know. All right. All right. I don't know where I was going with that.
Why don't you?
I'm gonna
just
say
answer?
my favorite superhero. I mean, probably that like. He's a villain, right? It's like that huge ass guy. He was in the
The
Deadpool
Hulk.
movie.
Oh,
No, the
oh,
Metalhead.
Juggernaut.
Oh,
I think-
Juggernaut.
I think that
love
dude's-
Juggernaut.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good
he's
one.
pretty funny.
That's a
Fucking
good-
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Yes.
And my least favorite, which Nick's gonna bitch at me for this, is I think Captain America's a pussy.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Time out. Time
Yo,
out.
Captain
Yo.
America's the fucking bomb. So
He's
you
my
just started a war,
favorite.
bro.
Just so you guys
No,
know,
I think
he's
he's a
my
pussy.
favorite. Doctor Strange is a solid 2.
Now Juggernaut,
dude, that guy.
he does it all,
He does it all.
and you know he's packing serious heat. That's all.
Cause he's
it is.
so big, dude. If he's not, even if he was packing like small heat, dude, it'd be fucking huge. He's so big.
Yeah, I don't even know what my least. Maybe like the whole DC franchise is my least.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna
The new
change-
Aquaman movie is very good.
Shit,
Yeah,
I would say the new Aquaman movie. I
That was
wanted
solid.
to hate it, but I loved it so
Mhm.
much.
I really was like not wanting to go and spend $8 at the movie theater
Mhm.
just because of how poor the DC movies normally come out. But I was really surprised. I thought
Yeah.
that was a great movie.
I had a fun ass time.
No, that's what I heard. It made like a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it did.
It broke the $1 billion mark.
Yeah.
did it?
Wasn't it
Wow.
close to passing like like a big Marvel movie or something like that? Or was it maybe
It'll
Black
probably
Panther maybe?
it probably
Was it-
will pass Black Panther.
That's insane. I can't believe that. Who would have thought Aquaman? I thought that movie was gonna bomb. I did not
I think
it was
most
gonna-
people thought.
I think it
gonna
was
bomb.
casted really good.
Oh yeah, you got
I
the
think
sexy,
the guy from Game of Thrones
yeah.
is a great Aquaman.
I'm sick of people calling Jason
what are you
Momoa
looking at,
sexy.
David?
He's
He's
not.
hot.
He's not sexy.
He's got that like
He-
alpha male.
he's just like a bro. Like I would just want to like be pals with him. I don't want to be
for
like
sure.
he's
Yeah, I don't
hot.
think he's sexy at all.
He's just huge
I think he's
and
a cool
ripped.
dude.
Dude, I think he's a hunk.
Wait, who
I-
are we
That-
talking
like,
about?
like if you say hunk and like that means that he's not hot, but he's just like built.
Yeah.
I agree with
Wait,
that.
who are we talking about?
Jason,
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
the guy
Okay.
who plays
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I think he would have been a great. I forget the name. It slipped through me.
Wait.
Moana.
Oh,
Moana?
What's the guy's
The dude.
name?
Oh,
Maui.
Yeah.
Maui.
yeah.
Maui. I think if they made a live action one,
I've tried
It'd be-
watching Moana
I bet it'll get the
like
part.
4 times, and I keep
I've
falling
never
asleep
watched
at the
it.
beginning.
dude,
I've
what?
never watched.
I've never
Frozen,
watched
The
it.
first
and I've
scene,
never watched.
the first song
Moana.
is like my favorite.
Frozen's
Disney
really
song,
overrated.
Moana.
The only reason it's still like
Moana,
I like
make way.
I like Frozen's very first song where they're like shaving the ice, but the rest of the movie sucks.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I think that's YMS has like the same opinion as that. He's like, I like the first scene. That's about it.
good.
So.
I'm glad that I agree with that fucking furry.
No, I actually want to change my answer from my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
considering
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut's a fucking villain.
Well, yeah. Well, it's still a villain, but I'm gonna change it to from Batman Returns, the Penguin portrayed as
only
Danny
because
DeVito.
it's Danny DeVito. That's the only reason.
That is a great. The
That's the
ending,
only
the ending of that
reason.
movie is very sad. Danny DeVito. I'm not gonna give out any spoilers.
That movie is so weird, man. I'm
but
surprised
the
at
ending
that
is very
movie.
sad for Danny DeVito.
They need to throw that movie in the trash.
The trash.
But great movie, great portrayal of the Penguin.
Movie's weird as fuck, dude.
He literally just has
That's
a
what I'm
picture of
thinking.
Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Why
I was trying.
don't you show him? Why don't you show him?
Here's. I mean, he's.
I mean,
cute.
I've seen it, yeah.
Dude, that's hot. He's a hunk.
And don't get us wrong, Danny DeVito is a great actor.
Yeah, I mean, all thanks to It's Always Sunny, but
Mhm.
we've
We've
got
actually
other
been
great things.
grinding
Binging,
on that.
Yeah.
What are you guys watching it on?
What are we watching? Hulu.
Hulu? 'Cause I was gonna say they took it all off Netflix, which
Yeah.
is dick
Yeah.
move by Netflix.
Well, I don't think it was Netflix's fault.
Netflix is kind of trash now,
Yeah.
dude. I'll be honest.
Well,
Didn't the prices on
They're
Netflix
going to
go up?
Just went
increase
up
the
$2,
prices, and they're going to lose all the Disney movies.
So like,
Really?
what's the-
When?
Wait, what are they like
Because
putting
Disney
in?
Plus
that's
is
right.
coming out. So
Yeah.
They have like all the.
It's because streaming's getting so popular that all the movie companies are charging way too much money to keep the movies.
yeah,
out
there's
there.
going to be more and more things popping up.
Yeah, I'm starting to use Hulu more. The only reason I'm using Netflix is to watch like certain FX shows.
Dude, there's
Do you watch
some good-
Black
About
Mirror?
it.
Yeah, Black Mirror's good.
You don't watch
That's a
Black
great-
Mirror,
I'm
dude?
not a fan of Black Mirror. I haven't been a fan since like season 3. I watched all of season 3, and like the last 3 episodes were kind of shit.
Well,
So then I was like,
I don't like
eh.
many of them.
And I didn't.
There's only a couple.
there's
I
some that
like.
are
And I'm
Did you
not
watch
gonna
them all?
watch Bandersnatch.
No.
I don't.
Oh,
But-
then the
yeah,
ones
like-
that we haven't
Well,
watched,
I mean,
I'll
that's
watch.
fair,
Sir.
but-
Bandersnatch was awesome.
Bandersnatch was awesome. Did you guys see my
Yeah.
story where in London where I saw
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, the
You
advertisement.
told me
advertisement.
about this maybe 3 times.
Dude, but now it's on the podcast, okay? It's different. That never happened. So yeah, that was really cool. They had like an actual little thing in the subway, just randomly in the subway of a store from the actual Bandersnatch.
I know you sent it to me.
Did I?
I really,
Hell yeah.
I really wish Bandersnatch was an actual book. I would like to.
That's
read
the
like
thing, though. Is like those are like all based off of like
Yeah.
those Goosebumps books,
Well,
where
there
you can
are-
like choose your own adventure.
Yeah,
and
choose your own
shit.
adventure. Those are actual books. That
Which
are
I
like
mean,
a thing,
I've
so.
wanted since those books have existed, but now that it's here, had I watched it on like the day that it came out, I probably would have loved it. But too many people loved it, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking touch that. Like I gave in and watched Bird Box, and I hated it.
I hated
Bird Box was very overrated. It wasn't a bad film, super
It's-
overrated.
I think it's a bad.
I think
film.
I think what
I
really ruined the
agree.
movie was just
The
all
only
the
good
memes
part about it
it.
was Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out-
even
shout out Sandra
still, that's
Bullock.
one of her like weaker performances, but she's still giving it a pretty good go. But everyone else kind of sucks in it, especially the kids. The bird in the box
Boy and girl.
should have died.
Makes no
Yeah, how did they not
makes no
die?
sense.
Makes no sense.
Yeah,
Because
I mean-
if the monsters are around,
I mean, I've
you
gone
can't.
Is
you
it like
can't
a,
look.
okay? They're,
I've
they
gone
never,
rafting
Yeah.
in rapids before. Okay, I fell out of the fucking boat.
Yeah,
and I didn't
understand.
have no blindfold on, and I could barely swim. So that's some bullshit.
So like, what is the monster? or like the spirit or whatever it is.
They released
Who
like
the fuck knows?
cover.
Did they?
They had concept art that
yeah.
came out, but like they were like, why would we show it? And it does.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
thing. It's
the
like you
goals-
shouldn't show it.
Well,
Yeah, the goal is that like they don't know what it is. Why should the audience know what it is?
Well, that's the
exactly.
thing is that I think the fact that you can't see the monster leaves it up to your imagination, which makes it even more scary, you know? Because it's not like here's a fucking CGI monster we're throwing at you. It's like
Yeah.
it could be anything.
Like, did you guys ever watch that movie Mama?
Yeah,
That
the,
movie
the
was
horror movie.
Yeah, it was really scary until they showed the monster.
Yeah,
And like, I just wish they hadn't
What
done
was
that.
the monster?
It was like just this creepy old
like witch, scope,
yeah.
parent of ghost thing.
That wasn't scary.
Yeah, and she just had like long
Wasn't it, like,
stringy hair.
they-
It was gross.
I haven't seen this in like a year or more than that, but like wasn't it like they find this girl and like the guy and girl like adopt her and take
Mhm.
care of her,
Mhm.
and then like the mom like haunts
Yeah.
the couple, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is just kind of stupid.
Like,
Dude,
Personally, because
like-
I'm like, hey, you
yeah,
know,
like
if
the
I
concept-
died,
the
and someone took care
concept-
of my kids.
The concept
yeah.
I get is dumb, but like the way that it was all kind of presented, I thought was good because like just bringing in some feral child that's like fucked up, I thought was an interesting idea.
Personally, we watched The Taking of Deborah Logan.
That was
recently.
great.
That was a
That was a
scary
great movie.
Really? I heard the
it's
movie
like-
was dog shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I was actually scared.
What about Hereditary?
Hereditary, I did not like.
Hereditary.
You didn't like that? What? Because it
So I
was.
did not. I
you
thought
said
it was so fucking boring until the
Okay,
very
yeah,
last
you're
10
right.
minutes.
I don't think that the last 20 minutes of any movie should make it a good movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I
what
get that
think
that's
it's
what you're
at.
stuck with and what you're left with, but goddamn.
I'm actually the opposite.
I think
such
just
a
the way like it
fucking
develops at
brawl.
the end, like everything kind of clicks together, and it's like, oh wow, now that it all makes sense. Like,
I mean,
Dude, I
it was
didn't
a
think
pretty
I
it
thought
good
the
made
film.
part
I
where the
thought
little
they-
girl got decapitated was
that was fucked up.
that was pretty cool.
that was
I
fuck,
thought
that was a really good
awesome.
part.
But it was like boring, head decapitated, pretty sick. Boring.
Like
Boring
boring with like 80 O's.
Yeah. And then the end was good.
dude. I just didn't. I thought the cult shit should not have happened.
I didn't even.
I
Okay,
didn't
I,
like
didn't,
And I
the
thought it
cult
was like
stuff.
dumb.
I just
yeah.
want to throw it out that I don't even think the ending is good. The ending
like
was
You didn't like
was,
the
it
ending?
Was,
I
the
think
ending
the-
wasn't good.
the
but
ending
it was
at least like
action.
it picked up.
Yeah.
Like
Like it
when
was still like when I finished it, I was like, "What the fuck just
Yeah.
happened?"
when like
Yeah.
everything started happening and she was like on the ceiling like banging her head against the attic. I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, this is dumb.
Well, and the people
this
try
is
to
fucking
people try to come up
dumb.
with like the argument that you have to watch it multiple times to really get. It. I'm like, I should.
I
have
would
to
I don't
watch
No.
it.
watch that
I don't wanna
movie
watch
more
it.
than
I should have to
once.
watch
I
it
enjoyed the
multiple
movie.
times.
Not gonna watch it again though.
What kind
Never.
of bullshit marketing excuse is that? Like, it's got replay value. Like,
Yeah.
what the
Oh, you
fuck?
gotta
and then
pay
you
again
watch
to
it
watch
and you're like,
it.
this has no replay value. I am so bored.
The best movie, my favorite movie of all time, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Really?
Holy shit.
Greatest movie of
Wow.
all time.
What a
Fucking
pick.
dap me on that one, bro. That was
What a
good
pick.
That
choice.
was a great movie, and I still want to know what happens at the end. Which one?
I don't even care. I don't even care, bro, because
Yeah.
it's so
That
perfect.
I remember the
was
night we
great.
watched it, and we like looked on YouTube like what happened, and they were
Yeah.
like giving all their different theories and ideas.
John Carpenter just recently gave a little piece of knowledge.
I
I'll
think
see if I can
my
look it up.
theory is that fucking Kurt Russell's character gives him like gasoline
Yeah.
to drink, and like so when
because he
drinks
was
it,
using those. Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. So he's about to kill him, but
John Carpenter recently did say that one of them is The Thing,
Is
I
the thing.
figured, yeah.
It makes sense.
Wow.
which he recently had no information on it, and then he released that. I think it was within the last year. He said that.
John Carpenter has some real good movies. He's got the original Halloween.
Yeah.
He's actually got a movie called Assault on Precinct 13. It's really fucked up. It's about like all these gang members like attacking a police station with like a bunch of random people in it. It's a good ass movie. It's pretty
I'll have to
short
watch it,
too.
yeah.
You should check it out. Check it out.
Check it out. All right, let's see. I want to make sure we're doing good on time.
I think we're
doing
fine.
this new thing where we're cutting it off at like 45 minutes. So right now we got like 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I'll segue this into a little bit more of like just like campus life. You know, anything you guys want to talk about? Things you've experienced on campus? Anything interesting? Anything at all?
To my sociology teacher today, there was way too many notes. I should not have to take that many notes in one day. My
Yeah.
hand hurt.
That's fair.
Yeah, I really hated sociology. Shit hurted going like
There's
every
way
day.
too many notes, and that's like a class I'm actually gonna have to pay attention in because I know nothing about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I thought I knew sociology. I was like, I can bullshit my way through this. First exam, I was like, shit, I barely passed. And then I was like, okay.
Shout out David's sociology professor. What about you, Nick?
To my English professor, I've told you a lot about this professor. All right.
Sounds like a hero.
Using like or as in a sentence is a simile, not a metaphor.
That's true. Hell yeah. Respect.
What does your teacher not think that?
She said, it was like, we were talking about like metaphors, and she was like, can like you guys give us an example? And then like somebody like said one, and she was like, or right, like the snow is like a blanket, like for the earth.
No way. That's fucking like third grade.
First off, how are you
It
an
would be
English
the
teacher?
snow
Yeah.
is a blanket.
Second, what the
Yeah.
fuck is the point of English class if like we got teachers out here rewriting the rules for idiots? That's so dumb.
I feel like
This is called metaphor 2.
oh
You use like or as.
Yeah, who the fuck needs the word simile? We just have metaphor and
Metaphor
metaphor
two.
two.
And then what was it? The next day, like it was brought up again, because like we had to like read this packet, right, and like
Yeah.
circle all the metaphors, and like people were like, well, these are similes, and she said something that like or similes fall under metaphors, and I've never heard that before.
No, me
out
neither.
of the
I thought they were two separate
12
things.
Yeah,
years.
I was
They
gonna
absolutely
say,
are two
I'm
different
pretty sure.
things.
Yeah. So
100% separate.
I don't know what's up with that. I think your English teacher might be making shit up. she's testing you.
Sick.
I think she's waiting for someone to raise their hands and be like, "Yo, I don't think that's right." But
She's like, okay, you can leave the class now.
are you? Excuse me? Are you mansplaining me?
Are you qualified? Do you have a doctorate in English like me?
That's what I fucking thought.
I'd be like,
Oh.
what the fuck?
My favorite story I ever had from an English teacher.
Oh, yay.
Last year, I was a senior in high school, and I was in a class called Literature for Social Change. There was about 3 guys in the class.
Hell
Who were they?
It was me, Christian Robinson, and Andrew George.
Shout out
Right.
those boys.
Yeah,
Shout
totally
out to,
know
shout
that.
out to those boys.
Boys.
Andrew's a baby.
So yeah, Andrew's a baby. So we watched a movie, and since it was social change, there was feminism brought up. There was only 3 guys in the class. So
Safe to say you're a bit outnumbered.
that was a bit outnumbered, yeah. But we watched a video. It was a documentary about sex slavery in Malaysia or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
And the teacher fucked up the playback, and we were at a certain point, and she accidentally restarted the whole film. So I was like, it was the end of the year. It was so hot in the classroom. So I asked, I was like, can I go get a drink of water? I figured while she's fixing the movie, I'll go grab a quick water, be back before the movie starts. She told me to sit back down, and that I should watch this because I'm part of the problem.
Oh no.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been as angry as I was in that moment.
Wait, did any of you guys like you guys were all in LC classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have like the diversity day, and you guys talked about like privilege?
Yeah,
Any of you guys?
I did not show up that day.
I just remember like my like LC teacher just saying like there's me and 3 other dudes in the class. We're all like really chill, cool guys. And anyways, she's like, how does it feel to be like straight white males, like top of the food chain? And we just kind of like look at each other like, what are you talking about?
Dude, that's fucked up. Wait, who said that?
My LC teacher.
Why would they say that? That's such a.
I don't know.
That's
It was like
dumb.
all part of like diversity day.
They're trying to say that like white straight males are the top of the food chain. You do not want to say that. I don't know. I feel like that's a bad idea.
even like our
Like I believe men and women should be equal, 100%. I'm a very modern man in thinking this, but
Oh no. What are you gonna say next?
I feel like feminism is getting to the point where they want to be on top of men,
Okay.
and like I don't know. I just feel like that's
always been my problem with the term
Yeah.
feminism is
Yeah.
it doesn't promote equality.
It
It
doesn't.
promotes women.
Yeah.
They don't want the
above.
same
Yeah.
responsibilities,
And
and they want special privileges.
I
think
love,
that
I love women, like any man, would. And I believe that they're equal. I don't believe men or women should be on top of one another. That's all I'm saying.
Only
Unless in the
Hopefully I don't get-
bedroom.
Only in bed, David.
Oh my
Hopefully I don't
God.
get my door burned down.
It's okay. We'll like blank this part
No,
out.
no.
if you
I'm
want.
gonna raise his volume up so it's even louder.
Can you like add in some like faulty voice.
I'm
Like,
gonna
maybe
chop
like hack
it.
into his
I'm gonna
phone.
chop it up so it's
Everything
like
he said.
I
blank
hate
my
women.
voice, please.
So you'd be like,
Blank my voice. So I'm about to say something really bad.
I believe,
Mrs. Obama, get down.
It's like I believe women should be above women.
Women too.
Women too.
Women too. No, I'm just saying I don't think anyone should be on top of another person.
I
think we should be
that's
equal.
Yeah,
that's a
everyone's
normal
equal.
majority opinion. I think that's
Yeah.
that's very normal. I was afraid that you were gonna say something like completely opposite.
No,
to
no,
that.
no.
That's good.
Absolutely not. No, I
Good.
believe that.
You're
we're
like
both
after that
equal.
instant with my bitch English
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
But that instance
Yeah.
where
I know
MJ
that
has-
women
my
are
fucking bitch
truly
of a girlfriend,
loser.
Like goddamn. But no, I agree. I mean, I'm glad that us 4 white men are getting to the problem, the source of this problem.
the top of the food.
The
chain.
top of the chain, yeah.
So this is actually the last episode. We all brought guns with us. We're gonna kill ourselves mid-upload.
It's a suicide pact. This is our last upload.
because we are part of the problem.
We are part of the problem. It's only one way to fix this problem.
All the men just fucking die.
Yeah. Well, speaking of,
Can I say something really
Yeah, go for
quickly? I'm just gonna read something off of like somebody's Instagram account that I follow. I'm not gonna say who it is, but yeah.
shout out unknown Instagram account.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Anonymous.
Shout out.
Hold on.
Shout out. Quick shout out
Okay.
to Christina Applegate.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, so I was just scrolling through my feed on Instagram, and I see this like one picture of a girl, and she's like crying in the picture, and I read the caption. It's I fucking hate people. Did a cleanse of my Finsta, so if you're still on here, then congrats. You're here for one reason or another. Also, fuck boys. They are useless to our population. Hashtag we don't need them, just their sperm.
I mean, they're not wrong.
So
Dude,
does that
they
mean that you
really
do
don't
need boys
need
or
us.
don't
If you
need
freeze
boys?
enough sperm,
you could
you could
you
make
could
more boys.
populate
We
as
don't
many
need
people as
men
ever.
anymore. Actually, if you freeze enough sperm, kill all the men, all the boys that are born, you can raise them like little bitches and manipulate. I'm fucking myself so bad.
Oh no.
Actually, I do want to read a bookmark that I have on Twitter.
We're getting into bookmarks.
No homo. We out here smoking penis.
I straight up only bookmark things on Twitter that make me angry.
That's
So
healthy.
yeah, it's really awesome. So this girl tweets, one time I got blood all over this dude's bedroom, and to lighten the mood, I said, haha, are you going to lose your security deposit? And he said, no worries, I already lost it, and showed me the hole he punched in his wall. Anyways, that's the only time I've ever felt grateful for white men.
What? Why?
What?
I don't get it.
Yeah, that doesn't
Exactly.
make really sense.
Okay, they're playing
Maybe
some
she's
mind games
happy
right
that.
now.
Maybe she's happy that he already punched a wall.
No, but they're playing chess. We're playing checkers. It's there's more to this story. I don't know.
Going back to what Nick said about the Instagram post, I once posted a picture of myself crying on
Wait,
my
like legit?
my Finsta,
God, you're
and
such a pussy.
I put the New York style hot dogs at the Hungry Cat
Oh.
don't actually taste
Like
New York
cat.
style hot dogs.
Oh.
And that's why I was crying.
I was getting like middle school vibes.
No, I didn't actually post that. You guys are wondering.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. I could see that's something I could see on your Finsta.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't follow at David Fenohr.
Oh,
You don't?
No, I don't.
Follow me right now.
I'll hit you with a follow. Everyone follow David's Finsta, but not his
Follow-
actual
Hit up my
account. His actual-
Finsta at Fenhore.
Yeah.
FenWhore.
and then Nick, when are you starting up your meme page?
I don't know yet. I gotta. First of all, something's like wrong with my account. Or like I've tried to make like a Finsta before,
Yeah.
and I already have like a perfect name for it.
What's the name?
I'm gonna do Saint Thickles.
That's awesome. That's
But
perfect.
for some reason, like
On
my
board.
email screwed up, so like it won't let me add another account. So like I gotta figure out
Yo,
like what
Alex,
to
you trying
do.
to get Chipotle after this?
I've eaten too much Chipotle lately. Makes me
I'm sorry, I
shit
don't want
my
to interrupt you
brains
guys.
out.
Just
No,
having
that's
a
cool.
conversation.
No,
Keep
that's
going.
cool.
Keep
Like,
going,
hey,
Nick.
do you want to go to Chipotle?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, Jake, you want to go to Chipotle?
No, fuck you.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I'm going by myself because I'm really hungry. And you can come too if you want.
No, that's okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take Jake to Stevens.
Yeah, I gotta go to Stevens.
gotta
Let's
go
see,
do
where
homework.
we at right now with the? Okay, we got like 40 more seconds. You guys want to plug anything? Anything you want to shout out?
Oh, go for it.
Me and Nick are starting a podcast, Bobcast
TM.
TM. Not trademarked. We just want people to think it is.
Well, you just screwed everything up, dude.
Dude, not there's
Or now we're gonna do Bobcast.
There's definitely gonna be
now
more
we're gonna
viewers
have to do
on ours than
Bobcast
this.
TM, bro. All right, shout out to Jablinski. Hope you make a good like gaming page. I want to see you play some like Fortnite and maybe some Madden or COD or anything. But I'm kind of sick of with all the waiting. You got 3+ million subscribers wanting some good content. You haven't satisfied us yet.
All right.
Shout out to Jack Black.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good last one.
I'm on YouTube channel coming soon.
All right. Yeah. So look forward
Follow
to
my TikTok.
Don't do that. That's
You really don't want to.
No, I haven't posted in a while.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope that the podcast actually ends up coming true and it's not just
It
a
is.
bluff that you guys are gonna say that you're gonna do, and then eventually the summer's gonna be like starting. You guys like, oh yeah,
We'll do it next semester. We'll do it next semester then. Well, you know we're already too late in the semester. Let's just do it in the fall.
You're gonna have to show us how to do all the technical stuff, but then we'll be right
I'm
on
not
our
doing
way.
that. I'm not gonna.
Why, dude? You and Alex could be guests on our podcast then.
I want to wait until we're too big. Like we're up here, you guys
Shut
are down
up, dude.
here.
No, we're
Bro,
not.
I want to wait till like you get some notoriety.
Yeah, well, right now
We'll help you
you're up
out.
here and we're down here, but eventually
You know what
we're
we
gonna be
you
up
know what we
here.
just did to your podcast?
Yeah,
your
we just
podcast
gave-
was like
What-
here.
Yeah,
especially
you,
since
yeah, you
we-
gave us Ange as a viewer.
Yeah, we got
especially
Andrew as a
no,
subscriber.
I'll promote it on not only my Finsta, but to my close friends.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you do
So
that,
that's at least like 2 more followers.
Shout out to those 2 friends.
Congrats.
Shout out if all of you guys made it this far. I'm impressed. I'm proud of y'all. All right. Also, shout out mom.